on the grid as they wait for the lights to go out. The revs are building. Let's go racing.
Everybody's doing a brand new dance now.
G'day everyone, welcome back to Wheel-to-Wheel Racing, here for some midweek action. We're in a practice lobby at the moment, practicing some laps at Fuji, which is our track for the week. Should be a really good race this weekend, and very interested to see how these guys go in this practice race. Tyler is going to be a major role in this race as well. 12 laps and no stopping. Should be quite interesting. With me here tonight, we've got a couple of guys. Adam B10.
Hey Dragon.
Hey mate, and we have Touchy, who is on track but also here for a bit of a chat.
Howdy gentlemen.
We've got Ando on the visuals.
G'day guys, how'd you get that penalty, Touchy? What happened, mate?
Just that good.
He's magnetically attracted to them at this point.
You've got someone on your heels, mate.
It's like a good little fight going on for the top three at the moment. Impman, Hustle and Riptop very close together. No detail as we come through the third sector. Riptop getting a little bit squirrely as well as we come through the very, very long and sweeping right-hander that brings you onto the start-finish straight. Expecting Riptop to absolutely eat these other two up on straight here.
Big bit the back for 2 of the 3 Barbie girls.
Yes, Barbie girls are having a great old time here at the back.
Word on the street is out of your racing in Spa, is that correct?
Racing my Spa, yeah. My new rig.
Not at Spa, just in it.
Yeah.
That group at the front has been blown wide open here. Apex has taken second. Hitman now to a 1 second lead. Ripdoc and Muscle went very deep into turn 1 that time around. Coming into the hairpin, halfway through lap 5 big. Oh, Touchy getting quite wide on the exit there. Gonna give Hustle a in here.
Yeah, Dodgy's just saying on comments, Drag, guys, that there's nothing coming through on Facebook. I thought we better just explain that one, that we had some trouble with our Facebook credentials just before the stream tonight, so there won't be anything going to Facebook tonight, unfortunately. We'll have to sort that one out in the coming days.
Yes. Ooh, Adam with a very big slide there as well as he follows Touchy through the corners. Both of them should have a really good chance at Hustle here as well. Touchy balls side by side as they come onto the straight, but Hustle's got the better run and Adam has the slipstream of the tool.
Yeah, that slipstream's very powerful down this main straight, obviously, but it also really depends on your exit out of that last corner, doesn't it?
Yeah, it definitely does, and that's Pug struggling to even make ground with both of these cars ahead in the slipstream. Touchy up the inside, a little bit of door up, opens the door for Adam to get up the inside of Hustle here as well. Can he clear him before the sweeping left-hander here? He does. So Hustle slots into line and Touchy leads us through, leads this group through.
Considering he was only just in slipstream range out of the last corner, Adam's done well there. I think I think the bug's not too bad in the slip. Is that right, Adam?
It's not too bad. You just, yeah, like you said, you have to get a good run out of that corner because it doesn't really have enough power on its own. So
You
if
can
the car in
easily
front-
stay with any car in front, though, can't you? And possibly make a move on most cars into turn one.
Yeah, yeah.
Big
Yeah,
move
I
under
think-
brakes though by Adam to turn one as well.
Both of you guys getting a little bit of a slide on there. As we come through the third sector of the track, we're going to chase down Ripdoc, who's 1.4 seconds clear. And just looking onto the battle of Gimman and Apex for the lead. Apex looked pretty happy to just sit behind and was pushing Gimman along the straight.
It'd be interesting if Apex was to save fuel in the Corvette for these 12 laps.
He is very much bump drafting the Porsche.
It's like a killer whale toying with a harp seal, really, isn't it? It's the vibe I'm getting at the moment.
We know he could swing out at any time and soon pass that Porsche, but deciding to take the conservative route, save a bit of fuel. Gimman did drop a tyre onto the grass through turn one there, but Apex playing it very safe. It does look like he's got enough fuel to make it to the end here as well. Looks like the quickest cars we have on track at the moment is the Touchy and Adam having their little bit of a battle.
Any chance you can be ahead of the reigning MVP and the reigning champion? Take it.
Made up about 2/10 on Ripdoc this time around, but you're losing that time as you come into the final sector here. Those tyres are looking a fair bit worse in that Corvette as well. Gap now to about a second, so a couple of good corners here and you can be right back in that slipstream range. And we all know the toe of that Corvette can be very, very powerful down this very long straight. And there he is, Touchy is in the slipstream, 6/10 as it runs on down. That beat with the Dodge Viper winding up. Possibly one of my favourite sounding cars in the game as well. That Viper V10 is a beautiful sound.
That was deep.
For a bit. Sure, Touchy will slow down and be nice. Let you get back in the slipstream. He's a good guy.
If Touchy and Ripdoc start fighting, I'm sure I can catch them again.
Speaking of, up the inside that Viper goes. Ripdoc looking for the switchback, got a very good run through the mid corner there and they're side by side on exit, and Ripdoc sweeps across in front, so.
It was always going to be the switchback there.
Just like that, Adam is right back in that slipstream.
Lap 8 now, and we're about into that tyres complaining phase of the race.
Oh yeah, gotta say everyone in this race's tyres are looking a whole lot better than mine were in yesterday's practice race that I did. I think by the end of it, the tyre wear in my Porsche was at 80% gone on my front left, so very much leaning on it and struggling to get to the end of this race.
Yeah, I noticed in the practice race at Savo, Apex's tyres were absolutely looking great, far better than anyone else. So that's pretty scary.
Even now, Apex's tyres phenomenal. This battle for third starting to heat up. Touchy looking around the inside. Adam having to go around. Ripdoc just getting stuck in the middle there. He takes third place off of Ripdoc. Adam's still very close behind, looking to make up that spot, but there's not a lot of places you can do it through the mid part of this track. Does take a very nice line into this very long sweeping right. Oh, gets his nose on the inside.
little bit rough there, unfortunately.
Thought Adam was going to sell him the dummy then and slip up the inside.
Touchy's gone about 1 kilometre wide on the exit of that corner. A deep rip joins the grass. And he
he's gone
goes
wide
straight back
again.
off the track on the opposite direction. So he's going to go very deep into this corner with them dirty tyres.
Oh dear. Pull it up, pull it up.
He almost received a little bump from Ripdoc, but he's going to put dirty tyres all through this final sector of the track. Ripdoc's got a
got
massive
sideways.
slider on. Oh, and he can't rejoin the track. He's having a rough time. He's done a 360 and getting a nice rolling burnout going.
Let's jump on board with him and replay and see what he did.
I was just taking the professional streamers now through those corners
Oh
there.
yeah, he just lit it up and looped it himself.
Yep,
And then he loops it again on the grass when he tries to get going. Oh dear.
very much struggled to get that one going again.
Yes, the old loop-de-loop.
That
Loop
battle
it
for
once,
third
then
again.
loop it again.
Adam pulling alongside Touchy. They're touching a little soup lad in the slipstream of the two of them as well. Adam sweeping back to the outside and later on the brakes. And they're still side by side on exit. Suit lad loving this while teleporting sideways a little bit. Touchy not giving Adam a very wide line into
He's letting him know he's there. He did well in turn one, giving Adam room on the outside there. That was very good driving there.
Well, he's sitting all over the shop.
He is a little bit.
Surely it's not part of the racing regulations there, students.
He's still waiting for his Barbie mansion to be upgraded. He's just on the basic house package at the moment.
Just got dial-up internet for now.
Apex and Gitman have well and truly cleared out at the front as well. 5 seconds clear now. There's about a 2-second gap back when Riptop was trying to follow.
How's old mate Spence going?
He's definitely still on track. He's hanging about with Hustle at the moment.
In 7th.
About 3 tenths back.
Well done to Spence last week as well, getting the win at Suzuki because I do the old bottle job.
That's standard for you though. That's the Touchy special. Spence could have a go at Hustle here as they come down the start finish, unless they try and make up that ground to yourself there, Touchy. 2 seconds is a lot to ask in 2 laps. Spence not going for that option as he sweeps alongside that Mercedes. Coco Popped versus the low and slow. They are door to door, wheel to wheel as we enter turn 1 here. Spence keeping it very tight. Ends up slipping up the inside there. Very nicely done by him.
Snap, crackle and pop. Job done.
Yeah, next on his list would be Touchy, if he can make up that time. And it's 2 seconds, it'd be a bit much to ask, but it's been a couple of tenths already.
Oh, he's got a
Tyres
penalty
bit
somehow.
better than Touchy as well. Oh, and he does burn that penalty. There goes Salt by again. So all that work and it's been taken away from him.
Ouch.
Focus points for this weekend's race, guys. What are we thinking? Where's going to be all the places we get penalties? Where's going to be the places to burn? Pit stop strategy, what are we thinking?
I mean, in terms of penalties, I'd say turn 3 is going to definitely be a trouble zone. Quite a fast sweeping left-hander. Very easy to turn in just a little too early, pick up a penalty, and you can't burn that until the end of 100R, which is the very long sweeping right-hander at about half track. So
Yeah, you can get a penalty at the apex there and on exit if you go wide over the exit curb. But turn 1's going to be interesting, of course. It's going to be probably the primary overtaking spot.
yeah, I'm interested to see what type of games we might see some people play. You know, is someone going to be letting someone by past corner, let them slip up the inside to have to go back out? You know, if you're in a power car such as the Corvette and you get past,
Got a bit of ghosting and glitching here.
teams and some very interesting moves this weekend. Should be really good. Very excited.
You've got to make sure you have that smoke though to appreciate that solution.
Apex looking to take the lead off of Camber after following him around all race. Tucks back in. He's absolutely been playing with that Porsche, and I would expect the Corvette to go flying by on the straight if he really wants it. Ooh, he does get a slide on.
He's doing a bit of drifting practice now.
His
Maybe he does want the win.
Apex's tyres are alarmingly better than everyone else's in the race, though, I will say that.
There he goes, makes the move.
The inside, he knows he can win the drag race against the Porsche.
Too easy.
Oh,
he had to defend a bit. Yeah. That is a good run that Gitman got.
He's losing time at Apex.
And he does his normal thing, yeah. He doesn't want anyone to know his race time.
Looks like Hustle's going to beat out Spence for that 6th place as well after Spence put that penalty. Him coming through.
Any more time in that? I guess for sure for the top speed guys.
Yeah, I would say for sure there's more time than that.
Yeah, Apex was just flying in formation with Gimpman there. He wasn't really pushing for the lead.
Nice mix of cars in there as well.
Do you have the race format for this weekend on hand, Dragon or Endo?
I do.
I don't have anything to show on the stream, unfortunately, but I do know off the top of my head we've got a 6-lapper, then a 12, and the
18.
last race 18 laps, is it? Yeah. So the first two will be no stoppers, virtually flat out.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about the 18 lapper. You guys will have to clue me in on the strategy for that one. I'm assuming it's a 1-stop. How long are you on the tyres though? I'm not sure. I don't know how much the mediums fall off in this one either, which could be very interesting. If the mediums can hold on for long enough, you might be better off running them for more than we would normally see.
Yeah, exactly. I think I don't think there's too much of a tyre delta between fresh mediums and fresh softs. So for once, maybe the mediums might be the tyre of choice to do the longest stint on. Maybe.
I'm sure Adam will prove his point as always and show us that the soft is the way to go.
Yeah, you can definitely wear those softs out after 8 or 9 laps. But you don't necessarily go any faster by pushing them that hard.
Yeah, I feel like we could see a couple of guys may go for that 9-9, split it right down the middle.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe the controller guys will opt for that as well. Little less time having to scrub softs to nothingness.
Yeah, I've noticed that's been the controller strat so far this season, just split the race down the middle.
Yeah,
there are some cars that suffer from tyre wear around here a lot worse than others. The MR cars, so they might want to do 8 soft and 10 medium.
It definitely could be an option as well, depending on which MR car. I know the RS1, which I don't believe we have anyone in, the Honda and the Lambo rip up the rear tyres pretty well.
Ooh, yeah.
Ferrari and the Porsche are a little better on them, but still not amazing. So
Fixer Chris will be a good watch this round. I think he said this is where the NSX comes into play.
Yeah, he's been suffering this afternoon with tyre wear, tyre deck. So we've all been struggling here with Apex, to be honest, who seems to be very much at home in the Corvette at this track.
yeah, I definitely found my groove in the Corvette at this track a couple of seasons ago, so it's definitely well suited here. And if I can do it, anyone can really. did cop a bit of flack for that because I showed up at about 2 p.m. to turn my first laps and was complaining about the track, and then almost swept the 3 races. So
Jump on board for a lap, Guide Dragon.
I've just brought up the sponsors. We've got a new sponsors page, or one of our new sponsors page. I guess we could mention those guys.
It's a good idea. Shout out to our new sponsor, Brisbane Insurance, is it?
Brisbane Insurance Brokers, yeah. One of our fraternity is involved with them. Devil Racer, I believe.
yeah, was recently voted one of the best in Brisbane, if not the best. So really awesome to have those guys on board with us. And then of course we have Next Level Racing still supporting the league races as well, and Future Studios. So very excited to have a new sponsor on board with us for the season though.
Yeah, and we might have some new content from the sponsors too as the season progresses. Hey, some new graphics.
Hate to see the excesses and the premiums go up for all those guys who use insurance brokers, because we're sending all the damage bills to them, right?
Oh, hopefully not the serial killers damage bills, because that's going to be a tough one. It's not as bad as Milo, but they're trying.
Well, that's the beauty of sim racing. When you crash, you just restart, so no drama.
A lot less expensive way to get our racing fix in. Very interested to see the pace of a couple of guys on track at the moment, a couple that I haven't had the chance to see recently. I haven't been able to see what CS Packers been like around here, and also Brutal 1982. Currently in that Bottle car, the VB Bottle car, so clearly has a terrible taste in beer, but
Can't be any worse than Great Northern.
Are we in race trim now, are we?
Yes, yeah, we're still in race trim.
Oh, there you go. A certain favourite Kiwi of ours has just done a 136.8.
That's the beauty of these
really
these
moving.
10-minute races. You can sort of really go all out.
yeah, the 6-lapper's definitely going to be a lot of action. The race 2, the 12-lapper with the reverse grid, is going to be a game of patience and conserving your tyres and your fuel. And race 3 is going to be similar, but also find out the strategy that works best for you, what tyre you've got to run for longer, how hard you can push on that tyre if you are running it for longer. So there's a lot that's going to go into planning for a lot of these guys here.
I don't know about you, Adam and Ando, but I'm really loving the refresh to the sprint round formats, the change-ups and the new race links. It sort of doesn't prolong practice throughout the week.
Yeah, I love the new format.
Yeah, it's exciting not having to just have the same length reverse grid, then go into our enduro. We can stretch it out, have a bit of a shorter race to start, very much a sprint, and then bring a bit of tyre and fuel conservation into the next one, and then the pit stop plays the strategy role in race 3 as well. So
Yeah, we've got just a little bit of more variety this season in the race lengths, don't we? I think that's a good thing. So it doesn't get so mundane week in, week out, practicing for the same sort of length races.
Yeah, I agree with that one as well. It was sort of in a little bit processional format the last couple of seasons. But it's nice to get a nice little refresh. And also gives those controller guys a little bit more of a chance for a win week in, week out with those shorter, faster shootouts. Done the old Bottle once again.
Alright, I might kick off this 6-lapper if you guys have a bit of that.
Yeah, sure.
sounds good to me.
Just get hustle to tick in.
during the 6 lapper, we might jump on board with someone like Apex and follow them round a lap if they're in the clear, or with Adam.
I mean,
We might be able to talk
if
everyone
Adam,
through a lap.
If Adam decides to chuck quali on instead, maybe he could talk us through one of his quali laps.
I'm just pretty terrible at talking and racing at the same time, unfortunately.
He's already vetoed that idea. But one of us could maybe talk through it as he's doing it if I jump on board with him.
I mean,
Alright,
you know your way around this track fairly well, so...
Yeah, I can give it a go. But we'll see. We're doing quali, are we?
Yeah, we'll
Why
do
not?
quali.
Big turnout tonight, midweek. Really big turnout.
Yeah, 15 in a practice lobby midweek is great to see. Just waiting to see if Hustle's going to be racing this one or not. Obviously, these practice lobbies are a big part of wheel to wheel. For anyone that does want to improve and stuff like that, there's always lobbies going up through the week, and more often than not, there's a couple of top split guys hanging about in them. We've got a mass chat that most people jump into while practicing as well, so great way for drivers who don't have as much pace to try and get some tips from some of, I would say, some of the fastest guys in Gr3 that we have here.
And look, almost we're all racing the team. We all like to help each other out in the group, the overall pace of the league as well. There's always tips and tricks flying.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of being between everyone. We're definitely always keen to help everyone else out if they're struggling a bit. So we do have Adam and Apex towards the front of this pack for us to keep an eye on for our hot lap that Ando's going to talk us through. So
Yeah, well, I'll jump on board with Adam, but we might have Apex in the mix here. He might be planning on using Adam down the straight here, I think.
do the old shake and bake strategy, the slingshot engaged.
Yeah, I don't know. He's creating a little bit of space now, but Adam's got Flossie to worry about. So he's going to probably back up into Apex here. It'll be interesting to see what Apex does. Yeah, he's right up on him.
I will say I'm loving sitting the pug. Get some use here. There we go.
Yeah, Adam's not going to have any of those. He's not going to be playing those games. He's not a charity.
That's alright. He's already in the ideal car for the season, I think. Can't give him too much more of an advantage.
No.
Yeah,
Sets him up for a good exit here to start his lap. He's just out of slip from Apex, I think, unfortunately. So we're going to rev it out in every gear. I presume all the way to the limiter. Adam?
Yeah, all the way.
Heavy braking event into turn 1, just after the little kink in the white line I used, just after that, just before the curb. Turn in towards the curb, just maybe quickly grab first to rotate the car. Be careful not to get onto that exit curb too much. Floor it now into turn 2 here. Just a light braking event, try to take some curb, aim at that bollard, run wide but not too wide. That's pretty perfect there. Now you keep it tight through this double right-hander, you don't let it run too wide. Pick up that second Apex, then get him sorted out for a, once again, pretty complicated left-hander. Not much grip here on exit. Run out onto that curb if you like. There is a curb glitch there that bit me earlier today. Now we come into the next hairpin, basically a big heavy braking event just after the 150. Down through the gears, take lots of curb there. Don't use all the track on exits to set yourself up for the left-hand exit. Get away cleanly. Now this one's a tricky one. Off camber, over the rise. Right-hander, then the left-hander. Tricky again. This last complex of corners is really tricky. Try to listen to your tyres, don't overwork them through here, otherwise you'll end up going slow, and they're all crucial. Last corner, clip that apex, get on the gas nice and early, don't run too wide onto the white, red and white to curb, that can spin you as well. this is looking pretty good. Been pretty good so far. I'd say a mid 37 we're looking at. Maybe a low 36.6.
Apex.
Oh, that's right. We're in quali mode. Sorry.
Well.
Quality, yeah.
But yeah, that's a good time. One more go at it.
Yeah, so definitely a lot of markers that you can use around this track as well. There's the little kind of orange kind of markers in the fences. There's braking markers. There's overhead signs. So plenty of things to use as you brake and marker at this track. As we sweep through 100R into the hairpin here.
Just found that spin there, Ando, and
Exiting turn 3.
yeah, no reaction. There's no time to react whatsoever.
No, it bites pretty hard.
I'm a little bit worried about how fast Apex going here.
Yeah, he's
Is
been quick.
right up on that rear bumper of Flossie, and he's going to get the toe, if not a slingshot down that straight. But these last
See
three
a
corners.
35 here.
Oh, there we go. I was about to say these last three corners are really tricky, and Flossie
Yes.
noses it into the wall there. But very different approach to a lot of corners where, like that last corner, you want to stay out wide and try and straight line your exit as much as possible. The corner just before that is quite tricky, like sweeping left that tightens up towards the end. Adam improves with a 36.4 there.
36.4, very nice. Yeah, there's a couple of different lines you can take into that last corner for sure. If you take it wide and get that slingshot exit, you are taking the long way round. So a lot of drivers prefer to stay about mid-track, turning into the last corner. So yeah, dealer's choice really.
Yeah, we might see that be a little bit of a troublesome area too if some guys decide to try and stick it up the inside while someone else is trying to straight line that exit. But
yeah, absolutely. Same with
that's all
turn
about
1.
knowing when you're supposed to cover someone off, and
That's right.
becomes okay when you're racing similar people at a very similar pace and racecraft. You know what to expect from a lot of them.
Let's jump on board with Ripdoc and let's just get a look at the difference in launch between the Corvette and the Pug. This will be very interesting.
I'm
Thinking
sure
back to
Adam's
the
put
launch of
that
that
start
Corvette
down
in
pat.
absolute heaven. Look at that run he's got there. Adam Hayes, the tyres off the line, big smoke show. Ripdoc up the inside. See Apex is way out ahead as well. Oh, Ripdoc held very shallow as there were 3 wide for a second with, I believe it was Touchy and Adam alongside as well for turn 1.
Adam's done very well to keep second place there.
Yeah, unfortunately, Apex is already out of that slipstream range, which is quite crucial for the Pug, as she just sends it up the inside. Goes quite deep through the middle of the corner. Ripdoc gets a shunt as well from Flossie. Touchy with nowhere to rejoin, he's got a car on the side of him. Just gets into the rear bumper of Ripdoc and he tries to sweep across in front. Flossie looking up the inside as we come into Dunlop here, late on the brakes in that Pug. Great brakes on the MR engine Pug there. And able to get it done over that big American tank.
He's not hanging around for us, that's for sure. He's got some pace. Still, looks like he's still trying to make up for his time down in split 3 at Monza the other week. Tell you
Don't get a
from,
little bit of some exit there.
Jump on board with Floss, and he has got a run with the Corvette here. We'll see if he can actually stay with him and maybe make a move into turn 1. He's gaining.
Wall of air might stop him if he doesn't get enough of a slingshot here.
Oh, we pulled out a bit early, I think.
Yeah, I think
Ripdoc's really
Ripdoc
well.
movement there. Late on the brakes though, that superior power of the Pug under the brakes. Touchy looking to follow him through, and the Viper is a little squirrely on exit though, and Ripdoc's well in front here. Well, it does try and pull in front and almost cuts off Touchy's nose there. That could have been bad if Touchy hadn't pulled out of that a little better.
Yes.
Dipping a couple of tyres on the dirt though. Very much put offline by that, and now has Spence in that Lexus for company. Touchy up the inside into the hairpin. Room given, and he's done it well. He's gone wide on the exit though. Sweeps back across.
Will that be a penalty? Maybe he's gotten away with it.
Oh, Riptop looking back up the inside.
Oh, he's under attack.
Making it 3 wide.
I'm out of that.
Oh, and a little Porsche
Git
sneaks
man,
in.
we go back 3 wide through the second part of that one. And look at how much time that has lost Touchy there. He went from being in front of Ripdog to 1.6 behind. And Gitman, the big winner there. Oh, someone is off in the runoff there. It's Flossie. And he has chucked it back into the pits. Not having a great time there is Flossie. But this battle for 4th right now is really starting to heat up as Touchy looks the train onto the start-finish straight. Now, while that Porsche is not known for its top-end speed, it does have really long gearing. And if you can stay in the slipstream for long enough in that Porsche, you'll eventually have a decent enough power band to be able to pull alongside, if not pass. We saw that happen a couple of seasons ago when we had our 90-minute finale at Lassar. Apex in that Porsche was able to keep up with a lot of guys because of the very long gearing of the Porsche.
Yeah, and the fuel saving that others around him would have been doing too, and the Porsche not having to do anywhere near as much short shifting, etc.
Yes.
Being so good on fuel like it is. But yeah, it's got a really long 6th gear, very long.
It looks like we've got some action on a lot of the serial killers guys hanging about here in this mid-pack area. We've got Touchy leading in 4th. Back in 6th, we have CS Packer. Spence in 7th. Mid just went up the inside of Hooligan. A little bit of contact there as they come on through the exit of the corner. Marchie Boy not too far behind them as well. Looks like Brutal's had a bit of an incident and is to look off the back. Serial killers showing up for the midweek practice.
Yeah, good turnout from them. Good to see. What's happening back up the front here? Not much.
Nope, not much.
No, that Corvette's very hard to chase down.
With that said, Adam did just take that purple lap, 37.2.
Okay. Well, they're playing games down the straight in that battle for 4th. Touchy taking an interesting line, very close to the pit wall there down the main straight. I'm sure that's for a reason.
Oh, I'm just trying to back into some strategy.
Try and discourage that Porsche from slipping in behind him.
There we go. There's the there.
Oh, bugger. I didn't see where that one was from.
Turn 3 on the exit.
Oh, yeah, he ran wide, yep.
Well, when you've got a Git man behind you, usually you'll do a couple of strange things to try and get away, so don't blame me for picking up that penalty, trying to make a gap to him. A little bit of contact made there.
Oh, and the Viper goes around.
Yeah, just tied up the rears, you know.
All Touchy fashion. He's well and truly pinned it from a decent spot. And it looks like CS Packer and Spence are going to go on trying to chase down Gimpman, who is in turn trying to chase down Riptop.
Yeah, the Porsche out on his own now. Might be a little bit of a sitting duck for these two Lexi. Are they going to work together?
As well. They're out of slipstream range by about a quarter of a second, but they keep bump dropping like they are. I'm sure that slows down quite quickly.
This commentary box is a lot more comfortable than the White Dragon. Where's my miso soup?
Oh, Oh, Spence goes out on the curb exiting turn 1. Has to lift. Lit up those rears.
Serial killers guys are struggling to be able to hang on to the back of the Gitman there. Gitman in turn, he's taken a couple of tenths out of Ripdoc as well, but I don't think it's happening fast enough for him to make anything of it. He has come from well back in the field though in that Porsche, so he'll be one to keep an eye on this weekend.
He looks to have this track down pat. He's got some pace.
Ripdoc is burning through his fuel and tyres are not as good as Gibbs, although having said that, don't really lose too much tyre wear in this lap sprint.
No, so you might as well use up the rubber, but you can suffer some tyre deg in the 6-lapper. If you really abuse them, you will start dropping pace for laps 5 and 6.
Yeah, I was about to say the last 2 laps are a little tricky for me because I've been doing my practice on controller, and those front tyres are absolutely gone by the 5th and 6th lap. You know, it's kind of just hanging on and doing the best I can to minimise time loss at that point. Back in 8th, Tulin, they run on mid and CS packet. That Jag with very, very good straight line speed. Lexus going for the bump. Tulin actually going with a massive lift there to just be nice and cautious into turn 1 though.
Can't fault the consistency of Apex 32, 33, 37, 37.1.
Yeah, it's kind of concerning that he's set his fastest lap of the race on lap 5. I don't like that at all, actually. I don't even think I can get a 30-second in quali, if I'm completely honest. So.
No, I'm good for mid 37s at the start, and they'll be high 37s at the end. So this pace he's displaying in the Corvette is absolutely ominous.
I mean, but this has been Apex in the league for quite some time now. Has he won a championship yet?
He did win the overall last season, did it?
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah,
He won last season.
Yeah, he did win last season, so he's going for back-to-back titles.
For a repeat.
It's a very, very close battle between yourself and Apex for 10, 11 rounds there, and then he found a next level of pace somehow. Cheats of some sort. But his performance at Spa was insane. He absolutely blew everyone else out of the water. So I don't know what he found there, but he's definitely carried it into this season, especially with Pure Axle showing up a bit more and Fixer Chris up there. So we've definitely got a bit more competition up the top end.
Zoo saying Lightning McQueen got beaten by a girl. I don't know if Lightning McQueen was in this race, was he?
No.
Oh.
Lightning McQueen is no.
Unless he's referring to the movie. Look at that opposition fastest lap victory. It's the ideal weekend there for Apex if he can pull that off.
Yeah, well and truly.
Well, I'm hoping to be a bit more of a nuisance on the weekend for the top guys, Apex and Pure Axle, and then throw Chris in as well. I think it should be a really good race.
Yeah, Chris is really he really brought in a nice little mix there to the battle.
Even
At
yourself,
the very top. Absolutely.
Yeah, even yourself, and you've shown some pace around here in practice as well.
Yeah, I'm not too bad. The Jag has trouble getting the power down compared to the Corvette, I think, out of the last corner, for example, and others. But yeah, I'm fairly comfortable around here. But I'll just try and get a good swagger points for old Team Rusties on Sunday. Won't be looking for podiums, just try and just bring home some points.
Make sure none of those bumpers fall off and all that rust, mate.
Will do. Will do.
Apex with a 9-minute 46 there, which is pretty rapid time there for our 6-lapper.
Yeah, that's about the
I wonder
fastest
if
I've
he
seen.
can find a bit more time in that one, or if that's
I reckon
that's
he's
all
got
there.
left. He didn't even dip into the sixes. I reckon he's got probably a second or two more if he runs the perfect race.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah, I
going to have a
agree.
fair few guys there to contend with though come the weekend.
And giving my strategy away, that is my strategy. Hopefully, Pure Axel and Apex and Chris can be fighting, and then I can just be a nuisance in the background and hopefully steal
Yep.
a win somewhere. That's
up-
the plan.
Yep, steal some slip.
Pick
Yeah,
up the
that's it.
scraps.
So the same
Yeah.
strat as Monza is what you're saying there.
Well, yeah, I've got a little bit of a chance here than at Monza, that's for sure.
Can we get the reason why we went for the Peugeot, or is that still under trade secret?
I just wanted an MR car, to be honest, and I wanted something different.
It's quite a bit of fun to drive as well.
It is fun, yeah. It is really fun to drive, actually. And it would have been okay if the others weren't in the Corvette. Give them a bit more run for the money.
Yeah,
Oh,
it would
we
have been
might-
pretty good in a wet race as well, but I don't believe we have a wet race on our calendar for Group 3, so...
I know it is Group 4 of Red Bulls.
Again.
Yeah, not a lot of change to the calendar this season. A couple of races dropped, a couple of races picked up, but a lot of
Couple of regulars.
First returns, shocker. Didn't see that one coming.
Group 4 Suzuka last week was one to miss, that's for sure.
Oh,
Yeah,
we might wrap it up
unfortunately,
there,
we
boys. If you guys are happy, we've done all we can, I think. Or do you want to hang
Yeah.
around for a bit longer?
I think
Nah, I better take off.
Bedtime for me as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming, guys.
No worries. Thanks for putting the stream on, Nando, and thanks, Dragon, for commentating, and Touchy.
always happy to yap people's ears off.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys all on Sunday, hey?
See you there.
Have a good
See you
night,
there,
guys.
That's for sure.
Good night.
All the cars are lined up on the grid as they wait for the lights to go out. The revs are building. Let's go racing!